And let's take a look at what gold's up to in this daily chart, looking back to March 2022. Quickly, you can see there were a series of bear flags formed down here, and it broke below the bottom bear flag here, formed a big W, broke out of that, retested it, and then it was off to the races. Most importantly, there's a 126 EMA in black here and a 315 EMA in brown down here. You can see it, tested it here for the 126 and then back off to the races. And gold is in a little trouble now, being under the EMA 126, but that's gold's nature. Either it's in trouble or basking in all the glory. Let's zoom in over here and see what's going on. It did go below it quite a lot here. It went down to the big round number 1900 and had a bounce, and it poked its nose above the 126 EMA but kept closing underneath it, so there needs to be a close above this 126 EMA. If not, and it heads down to the 315 EMA here in brown, then we've got really big problems. I mean, it could go down here and just bounce off of it and stay in between it. But if it breaks this 315, I would bail on gold. And then the absolute worst case scenario would be to have the 126 go under the 315. I'll zoom back out a little bit. And you can see by being a high number, 126, it's definitely a lagging line there, this black line 126 EMA. But it did get with the downdraft and had a cross under right here, and then there was a really big downdraft, went under that bear flag, but it formed that big W and broke out. So yeah, definitely an area to watch, this 315 EMA. It would be great to get back above the 126 and move on. And here's a monthly chart with an Andrews pitchfork anchored at 1976. And over here on this peak in 1980 and down here in 2001. I'll zoom into this current area now. And there's a valid big M opposite of the big W, as you can see, and it would have been negated with a move above this candle here, but it never did make it above that. If it could have had a monthly close above that level, right where you have this measurement at the top, it would have been negated, but it's valid. So worst case scenario here would be if it came back down and broke under this big M, closed underneath it, and then the goal would be down to here. Believe it or not, that's the measurement rule. I forgot what that phenomena is. If I copied this measurement rule at 19.9 and moved it down here, it's 24.8. There's a reason why, and I just can't remember why. But anyway, that would be the goal to the bottom here if it breaks out of that big M decisively, and that's around 1250 or so, maybe 1275. And right now, price is still above its 12 simple moving average at 1852.58.